multiple controversies, unhinged memes, rated highly for its first episode, and accusations of censorship. Episode 2 isn't even out yet. Like, we're still waiting for episode 2 to air, and there's already this much conversation, this much controversy around this series. You know for a fact this series is doing something right. So let's just get right into this. So first off, I want to talk about the accusations of censorship for Sentenced to be a Hero, because a lot of people, even in my comment section, was talking about this when I titled my video a few days ago, completely uncensored. Like, Sentenced to be a Hero is completely uncensored. People are like, Chibi, that's incorrect. They censored the main female character. And so, let's get into that, because there's been a lot of conversation around this subject as of late, and someone went out of their way to kind of list off, in fact, it's not actually censorship. So let's get right into this. So this is where the accusations of censorship come from. This is the volume 1 cover of Sentenced to be a Hero that was released. And as you can see, her design is definitely different from her depiction in the anime, which let's show. This is what she looks like in the anime. As you can clearly see, she has this robe on and everything. However, once again, looks are deceiving. So let's get into that. So Cause here points out that it's not actually censorship. I would like to take a moment to correct some of the misinformation going around about Sentenced to be a Hero right now. The anime is not actually censored, and here is proof. In the first volume of the light novel, this is the description of the outfit Tail Rita is wearing when the coffin is opened. You can also see her wearing the same outfit from the anime as early on as the pact she makes with Xylo before killing the Demon Lord. This was what was said in the light novel, the original source. So this more or less is just fluff of them opening the coffin, but this is what Xylo says about her. There was someone inside, a young girl, and she was frighteningly beautiful. She was wearing the white military uniform of the Holy Knights. Her silky golden hair and snow white skin made me think she was from the north. And if you look at the Holy Knights, for instance, this is like her robe in the manga. You can see how she's wearing it. This is a Holy Knight. You can see she has like the same neck guard design and everything. It definitely looks very Holy Knight looking. You could definitely see the outfit is very similar, which makes sense for a goddess to wear something similar to the Order of Holy Knights within its verse. Now, I know people are going to say, but Chibi, this is the manga design. This isn't the light novel design. Obviously, the manga could be censoring it too. Well, I have evidence to prove that they are actually not censoring with the anime, and they're using the light novel design. Now, as I've showed already, this is the volume cover of the light novel of Sentenced to be a Hero. However, there is multiple illustrations in this volume. And if you look closely, you will see that she is wearing the exact same outfit that she does in the anime. I will show it right here for you guys can see. I will pause it. She has the exact same outfit, the neck guard and everything when she starts walking around. It's the same thing. And here is the novel. I'll zoom it in for you guys can see it better. But that is her design right there. It's the exact same robe. This is an actual illustration in volume 1 of Sentenced to be a Hero. And then if you go over to the next one, you can see she's still wearing that exact same robe in the second illustration. So it's very obvious that the design is supposed to look like that. She has always worn this robe, at least at the beginning stages of the story. So now we have to ask ourselves, okay, so clearly there is not censorship here. They're adapting her design from the light novels. So what's up with this volume cover? This is where things get very interesting, and I'm going to take a few moments to spitball a few theories here. So, it's obvious now, at this point, that the animators did not go out of their way to change her design. They kept it the same. But if I had to take a guess, either A, this design here for her, the goddess, is either a design we have yet to see. For instance, it's an event that's going to happen maybe at the end of Volume 1, or maybe in the future. Sometimes volume covers could hint at future contents volumes ahead. That's a possibility. Or the volume cover is clickbait. It happens. The volume covers technically are supposed to sell a product. And in this case, it could be likely that her design is intentionally like this just to get people to grab the cover and read it. That's the truth of the matter, okay? And so it's possible that this design actually does not exist in the canon, even in the light novel. Maybe it might, but it's possible the design is just on the cover, but it's never actually within the novel itself. Because the novel even showcases she wears a robe continuously, the Holy Knight garbs. I mean, if you look closely, you can see the other Holy Knight here on the bottom. You can see that she has a very similar guards and breastplate and all that on. It's very obvious obvious that, yes, her design is similar. So, the accusations of censorship around Sentence to be a Hero is unfounded, at least for her design. Now, this could easily change in the future. Maybe there is light novel readers that are definitely well-versed and more knowledge in the series and can pull up, pages or paragraphs that showcase that they have censored it to some degree. But at this time, with the evidence that's been provided from the illustrations, not just manga illustrations, but actual light novel illustrations, she's not being censored. So the lack of censorship is still there. It's still attached to the series. It's completely uncensored as an anime. So let's get into the next controversy around Sentence to be a Hero and how it is similar to Mushoku Tensei, but better. The new anime series Sentence to be a Hero is being compared to Mushoku Tensei, as some fans believe this is what Mushoku Tensei might have looked like without its negative aspects, such as excessive ecchi. I'm just gonna say, anyone that's saying that is not an actual fan of Mushoku Tensei. This is, in fact, people that have an agenda against the series and want to slander Mushoku Tensei in any way they possibly can. And it's definitely something I've been seeing in the last, 3 or 4 days. I've definitely seen some very bad actors that have a hate boner for Mushoku Tensei, trying to slander it by using Sentence to be a Hero to slander it. Say, Sentence to be a Hero is everything that you would want from an MT, but without the problematic elements. And I'm just like, you want my cold, harsh opinion on this? Fuck off. Completely two different stories. Sentence to be a Hero and Mushoku Tensei could not be any different from each other. The only similarities they have is that they have the same animation team, like the staff working on it, and they're both fantasy. That's it. That's literally it. That is the only similarities you get from these two series. Anyone actually trying to say it's Mushoku Tensei without the problematic elements has never even watched Mushoku Tensei. They have never watched that anime, and in fact, I bet they've never even watched Sentence to be a Hero. In fact, I think they're just individuals trying to stir the pot and piss people off. That's what they're trying to do. And I feel like they're also trying to cause the both fandoms of these individual series, like Sentence to be a Hero and Mushoku Tensei, to go at each other and start bickering and fighting, when in reality, they should be happy for each other, because it's just beautiful art, beautiful animation, and beautiful storytelling. So, I'm just gonna say, anyone that is saying this is not actually a fan. It has not watched or read Mushoku Tensei, and probably has not watched Sentence to be a Hero as well. Let's continue reading. Although the stories of the two series are nothing alike, the involvement of several Mushoku Tensei Season 1 staff members in Sentence to be a Hero gives it a similar animation style that viewers quickly notice. Because of this, many fans who previously had issues with Mushoku Tensei are speaking out, saying this is what they wanted Mushoku Tensei to be. Anime fans say they have finally found an anime like Mushoku Tensei without its negative aspects. I know of a few content creators that are saying this. I'm not going to give them the attention that they are seeking, but I will say this. They are 100% trying to spin it and just slander MT in every way they possibly can. It is so crazy to me, the amount of hate that MT gets over these years, but to be fair, it is a very effective gatekeeper. It gatekeeps itself. Like, Mushoku Tensei passively gatekeeps people that cannot separate fiction from reality. I love MT for that. And it's crazy that even years after Season 1 airing, it is still passively gatekeeping, but also causing this discussion for other fantasy series to potentially cause gatekeeping as well. This honestly is just crazy to me. And anyone doing this comparison, just don't take them seriously. I'm serious. The only comparison you can make, like I said, is just the animation team and fantasy. That's it. There's nothing else. And if anyone comes to you and says, oh, this is Mushoku Tensei, but better, this is Mushoku Tensei, but worse, or this is Mushoku Tensei about problematic elements, their opinion no longer matters. They throw anything they have to say in the dumpster, because you can't take them seriously anymore. With that being said, though, I'm very happy to see the positivity around the series, besides the negativity. It's being rated very highly. It's being rated a 9.1, sadly something that One Punch Man couldn't accomplish for its Season 3 running. Sad. But, yeah, Sentence to be a Hero really is turning out to be the talk of the town. I'm happy to see it, because I thought it would be overshadowed and potentially, pushed to the side thanks to the popularity of Frieren or Oshinoko or, any other major series this season, basically. I figured it would have been pushed to the side, but the fact that, it's being talked about to this extent days after, I feel like the series has a lot of staying power. If the story stays consistent, it doesn't falter off, 100% it's going to be probably the best anime of the season. I'll leave it at that, though. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Leave a like on the video, too. Helps with the algorithm. Chibi out.